Hi, this is first of a series of New Testament passages, and I'm sending you some videos on that with comments which should help you in being able to meditate the various texts in question. And the point of this is that these texts are ones that I have found particularly useful in deepening my own understanding of Christ and my own relationship with Christ. And the point here is that these videos can be useful to you, I believe, and that is why I am setting them out for you. The point is that I hope they can also help you as they have helped me. The slides which are there show the passage that is being studied. I will add comments when needed. I should explain the passages are gone through extremely slowly, one word at a time. I do not usually read those words out loud. You will be able to read them for yourself, and I will move through at the rate that I find natural to get the full weight of the words working inside us. I'm not using a camera because there is nothing to show with my body, and as I said, these are intended as an aid to meditation, and that meditation is to deepen understanding and deepen the direct relationship of each of us to the living Word and Logos. The order that I suggest you view them in is as follows. First of all, the Word from John 1:1. This is probably the most important summary of everything that was written in the Gospels. The oral tradition in esoteric Christianity is that whilst the rest of the Gospel of John was written by John the Evangelist, who some authors identify as Lazarus being raised from the dead, the first chapter, and in particular right the way up to "and the Word was made flesh," that's the meditation on the Word, that is, was actually written by John the Baptist. Then there are the 7 I Ams, which are extremely important because these are the only part in the whole of the New Testament where Christ speaks for himself and says who he is. That is why I give you these commentaries. The next most important one to me is the meditation on love from the Epistle to the Corinthians. Do not forget, St. Paul was the one apostle called directly by the resurrected Christ, who had no contact with Christ before he was resurrected. And so what his teachings are especially important, and especially this one on love, because they come directly from the direct inspiration that he received, which none of the others, even those that knew Christ in the physical body, were able to access. Then there are the Beatitudes, which are extremely important from the Synoptic Gospels, because the point of them is that in a way they are a renewal of the commandments in a new Christian sense. Lastly, extremely important too, is the Our Father from all of the Gospels, because that is the way in which Christ taught us to pray. Remember that prayer is like knocking on the door and asking for something, but it can and should also be a direct communion from our heart and spirit, our deepest being, to our Maker and his deepest being. It should also be our act of total surrender to our Maker. And I'll leave it at that for the time being. God bless.